Mm.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Jen and Sharon. I'm Sharon.
Good morning. I'm Jen. You caught me with I'm eating the last of my pitiful breakfast.
Oh, what is that? It looks homemade.
It was homemade, but not by me. This was some delicious zucchini bread that a friend of a friend of a friend made, because it's that time of year when people have so much zucchini they don't know what to do with it. So actually, have you ever heard of this thing where people do ding dong ditch with their zucchinis, like on people's porches?
Yeah.
Small towns kind of get behind this. It's like you know, everybody has this bumper crop of zucchini or whatever vegetable they can't unload, and their family's done with it, so they just put it on somebody's porch and ring the doorbell and run away.
I think there's actually a designated date for this, because I've seen. Sure. I don't know what it is.
All right, can somebody go in the comments and tell us what night is Ding Dong Ditch for your zucchini night? I don't know what the proper name of this national event is, but
I don't either. But
as long as there was a way to find out.
Yeah. But, well, welcome to our special time. We're here at 10 again. We're usually here at 10:30, but schedules and all that.
Oh yeah, remember a couple of weeks ago when I totally forgot to go to the dentist and I felt like a loser? So today is my rescheduled dentist appointment, and I don't dare miss it. So I requested if we could go early, and Sharon was gracious enough to say yes.
We can't let Jen forget that.
Yeah, please, somebody remind me to go to the dentist when we're done.
We'll all do that. All right, so today we're talking about those times when we see our kid about to make a mistake. It's like a truck barreling along with no brakes, and we don't have any access to the steering wheel. And we can't do anything, it seems like, and then there they go. And the reason I was thinking of this in particular is, of course, we're back to school now, and some of my children have an easier time getting out the door in the morning than others. And they always want to get the maximum amount of sleep, which I co-sign. So they don't want to get up any earlier than they need to. So the morning routine has to be done with some sort of precision to get everything done and get out the door and make the bus or walk in time or whatever it might be. Have you ever seen one of your children just come down and sit at the kitchen table like this?
No, nope, can't relate to this one at all.
Or they're just like petting the cat, or suddenly they need to look up some facts on Google, and then I will say, are you where you need to be with your morning routine? Yes, I'm where I need to be. So what do we do? What do we do when we see this happening?
I've even heard tell of some people whose kids have to play one more game of Fortnite before they go out the door.
In the morning, wow.
In the morning, yes. I'm not going to name names, but somebody who I know as a parent and whose kids were really, they were morning kids. Like her kids would actually get up in the morning and be ready to go, but it wasn't because they wanted to go to school. It's because they were motivated to go play Fortnite. So they had an arrangement, and it was like, you can play one game. Well, one game of Fortnite can go really fast, so it's easy for them to say, oh, that didn't count. I just need to do one more. I don't even know. Is Fortnite still a thing? I don't even know.
It is, I think. It's not as big anymore.
Yeah, so I think
tell us in the comments.
Delay, it comes in all sorts of different varieties, and probably a lot of people are out there going, oh yeah, I've had this. But it's the worst feeling when you can hear the bus rattling down the street and you see that your kid has not brushed their teeth, packed their backpack, no lunch. Where's the lunch? There's no lunch. And you're just like, okay, I know this is one of those classic situations where as a parent, I should allow them to let them fail, let them feel the natural consequences of their actions. But man, is that hard to do?
Yeah, and tell us in the comments what you're feeling about this too, because I feel like if some kids are just have a better time organizing themselves than others, if you have a kid with executive function problems like ADHD or something, can they even get through that schedule in the morning, especially when they're tired? I mean, are we supposed to be guiding them through, or do we really just let it happen? Is that going to teach them anything?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, where is that line? And should it be different for every kid? Because that gets you in trouble too. Because suppose you have one kid who is on top of it, has their lunch made, never late for the bus, whatever. They got it going on. And then you got another kid who's just the struggler, let's just say. that feels probably a little unfair to the kid who has their act together in this arena.
Yeah.
Just for you to be in any way enabling it, to say, oh, well, let me make your lunch this morning for you. Because that other kid is probably like, well, I made my lunch. Why does he or she get their lunch made? So
Right.
it's fraught.
It is fraught.
Fraught. That's the only way to put it.
Do you have any other situations, Jen, where you see this happening and you see something unfolding and you feel powerless to stop it?
Oh yeah, still. I mean, I have two mostly high functioning adultish kids, and there are still times where, based on your own experience as a human being who's been on the planet a little bit longer, you want to tell them, you're going to need to build a little more time in for this. You know, if they're traveling solo, you might, there are things that they just don't know yet, and you want to tell them. And sometimes that information is received graciously, and other times it's the, I got this.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you do. That's a little easier when they're a bit older to say, okay, well, I hope that works out for you. But I know that there are parents out there who have a hard time letting that rope slack out, even north of 20. You know, I'm sure my mom probably still is saying things in her head like, I wouldn't do it that way, but
oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I've seen this too. With, have you seen this with like outfit choices or social choices, like things they decide to do, or I don't know, to text somebody? I've seen it with, you know, wearing like sloppy clothes, you know, the gym shorts or whatever to a certain event at school. And I'm like, do you think that I think people are going to be a little more dressed up. Oh, no, I'm going to wear this. So then, okay, I'm going to let it happen. And then I guess if they're embarrassed because, you know, they're the only one who went to the open house or the social thing at school, if they can even do those things now, right? If they're going to dress like that, I guess they'll figure it out.
My guess is that you're never going to hear, oh, I should have worn something different, because it's too hard for them to come back at that point and say, you were right, I was wrong. So there might be times where we voiced an opinion, they did their own thing, they did suffer the natural consequences. We might never even know about it, because they're probably not going to come back and say, oh yeah, I should have listened to you and done XYZ. And honestly, you know, we all know that experience is the best educator. They are going to learn from those things. It's just really hard to stand on the sidelines sometimes and watch it happen. And if it's something serious, I mean, if something that like you feel like is unsafe, of course we might intervene in a different way. I think Sharon and I are more thinking about some of those smaller things right now.
Yes.
The little things that we think, oh,
we're not talking about life ruining things. No. But Jen, I have to confess, we're talking about this, and I'm thinking about the times I do this. Like when you stay up too late, and nobody needs to tell us, you know, you're going to be really tired in the morning if you try to do that one more thing or watch that one more show or read all those pages or whatever it is. So I don't know. I guess I need help too.
Yeah, I think maybe the difference is we're at an age where we're like, I know I'm making this bed and I'm lying in it. I'm going to not be able to get out of it in the morning. But maybe at that tender age of 12, 13, 14 in that area, I don't think they're really capable of even acknowledging it at that point. So we're probably just banging our heads against the wall to even announce to them that, you know, tomorrow you're going to feel really tired because you stayed up late. They're in the now. Well, that's tomorrow. I'll worry about that tomorrow. I don't even know if that's anything developmentally you can do something about.
Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe the thing to do, and I don't know that this always works either, because they won't admit we were right. But after the fact, you know, when they had a hard time, when they were up to finishing that paper that we wanted them to plan out for weeks in advance, you know, oh, that's, can we say, you know, that really stank. You must be so tired. I wonder if there's anything that could be done next time, or can we even say that? Are they going to say, leave me alone?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I've never experienced personal success with that, but what I was going to tell you too is sometimes what's even more maddening is when you have told them XYZ is going to happen because you didn't plan ahead and it's going to really be a problem for you. And then it works out. That is the worst.
Oh, yeah.
The worst. Because they're like, see, it was fine. I got an A on that paper anyway. I'm going to do that every time. And you're like, oh, never mind. Why did I even try? Oh, we have a comment from Carolyn. You want to put it up, Sharon?
Yeah, I'll put it up. Go ahead, Jen.
Carolyn says, my 17-year-old son was asked 2 weeks prior to school starting if he had tried on his uniform and it still fit. I'm laughing because I've been there and done that. The answer was, yep, all good, Mom. Half hour prior to his need to depart for school, he discovered it indeed did not fit. Spoiler, kids grow over the summer. Oh my gosh.
You can keep reading that, but
yeah, it's too funny that we've all been there.
Absolutely. My kid was going on a trip too, and I'm like, do you have everything you need? You know, of course, an hour before he was supposed to leave on this trip, Mom, I need XYZ. Can you run out to Target and see if you can get this? And
yeah, it's funny. They don't really have shame about asking you even. They're like, or announcing it. It's sort of like, sometimes they're even kind of on me about like, well, why didn't you make me do that if you knew that was going to happen? I'm like,
I love, Carolyn, that you made the kid. I mean, what are you going to do anyway? But you made the kid wear it, and he was like barely covered by his clothes.
I think, haven't we all had that bad dream? Like you show up to school and you're not barely dressed or not dressed or something. Oh yeah. Well, I hope that all worked out and that he ended up getting the proper fitting clothing. I'm sure he eventually did, but yeah, I think that this is just a lesson that we all learn over and over again.
Yeah.
We just get better at rationalizing it, honestly. I don't know that we ever really improve. I mean, there are certain things as adults that I think we do better on, but like my husband still like half the time goes out the door and he's like, oh, I didn't get up enough time to make lunch. I'm just going to have to go to Taco Bell. Talk about suffering the natural consequences of your actions. I mean, you got to go to Taco Bell. Well, maybe he likes it.
Yeah, maybe he secretly wants to go. You don't know. And maybe that's the plan all along.
Oh, Carolyn says after class, he went directly to buy a new upsized uniform.
Yay!
So maybe, Carolyn, in an odd sort of way, this was the best possible thing that could happen. This was a low stakes issue where he learned that there was a consequence to not planning ahead and following his mom's advice.
Let's hope.
Let's hope.
I like your puppy too, Carolyn.
Oh my gosh, so cute. Yeah.
Yes.
If you have other examples, throw them in the chat. You can continue to comment on this even after we've parted from your company today, because we love it when you continue, and we love it when you all talk to each other too. I think that's really fun. So we enjoy that. We do.
So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you. I think next week we'll be back at our regular 10:30, right, Jen?
Unless I have, failed to schedule something correctly, which is entirely possible because I am still a work in progress myself. But as far as I know, 10:30 will be the time. So.
All right. Well, take care, everyone. We'll see you soon, and keep dropping your comments so we can chat.
We'll talk to you.
All right. Take care.